I was recently watching a video by a woman called Carolyn Goyder. It was a TEDx talk, TEDx Brixton, and it had been made some years ago. And she was talking about how to gain confidence as a speaker. And then she said that the way we gain confidence really is to go within. And I'm thinking to myself, she'll be talking about things like writing a journal perhaps, or doing some meditation. But no, she wasn't talking about that at all. She was talking mainly about the voice. And she had a bit of a ploy. She had this thing on stage where she opened a number of drawers, and each drawer, there were 3 that she actually opened, each one of them was a key to becoming more confident as a speaker. When she opened the first drawer, she pulled out a miniature guitar, and then she spoke about our voice being an instrument that needs to be tuned and practiced upon regularly. And she advocated that we do certain things, such as singing at home, perhaps in the bath, in the bathroom, any place at all, in the car. No need to be a great singer, but just use the voice singing to get practice, to strengthen it. So that was tip number 1, how to use the voice. The second one was talking about how to become calm, breathing. Now, I can remember learning something many years ago. You could say it's instant calmness. And I'd like to show you now how to do that, if you'll just bear with me. And it's this. You simply put your hand, sitting in a comfortable position, perhaps in your car, on the floor, at home, wherever it is, and you simply seal off one nostril like that, and then you breathe slowly through the other nostril to a count of perhaps 8, whatever's comfortable, filling the lungs, and then you pinch off the nose, and then you count another 8 with the breath held within, and then you unpinch one nostril and breathe out again, counting to 8. Do this a number of times, and after a while you can advance on that. You can take the breath in to a count of 8, seal off the nostril, hold it for 8, then breathe out for 8, and then don't breathe in again for 8, and away you go. Now you might think, why are you doing this? Because when you concentrate on your breathing, fully concentrate on your breathing in an exercise like that, thought stops. Thought stops. You only have to do this exercise for maybe a couple of times for each nostril, and you will become very, very calm. So that's my little tip for you. If you need to become calm, you feel agitated, and you want to become calm quickly, use that. So what's the other thing that Carolyn talked about? She talked about the power of breath and how she was taught by a yoga instructor in this respect. She was told to lie down on the floor and close her eyes, which she did, and then the yoga instructor put a weight, a barbell or a dumbbell, on her diaphragm area and said, breathe in and move that. And of course, this was a way of strengthening the diaphragm. Now remember, if we breathe deep into the diaphragm, and that becomes our normal habit, our normal way of breathing, we will never sound breathy, and we will be speaking, pushing the air out through our vocal cords from all of our lungs rather than just the top part. So that was the other tip. And the third tip, she produced an empty bottle, an empty jar. She opened the top and said, here's the secret. It's air. When you're breathing in, you're thinking. When you're breathing out, or maybe it was the opposite way around. When you're breathing out, you're thinking. It doesn't sound right. I'll have to watch that video again. Anyway, this last one didn't quite convince me, but she seemed to think it was the most powerful one of all. Because, let's face it, we live in air. We breathe in air, we breathe out air. And when we become conscious of our breath, how important it is to us, to our lives, but certainly as speakers, we become very aware that we need to look after our bodies, and in particular, the way we use the air we have within us as a speaker. Perhaps that's what she meant by saying you have to go within. Point I'm making is this: if you want to develop a good voice, become aware of it, practice, play back, listen to yourself. Remember, your voice is the instrument. Keep it well tuned and play it often. Get plenty of practice. One way to do that is what I'm doing now. Just put out that video. Talk naturally to your microphone. Play it back, because that's how you will be sounding to your audience.